cut your budget and steam them damn wrinkled ass hoodies before you send them off to people, okay? $500 hoodies all wrinkled with a Dallas Cowboys logo on it. Girl, if you don't get the fuck.
Roxy says we're gonna talk about it. Roxy says we're gonna talk about it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Roxy with Roxy Says, and we're gonna talk about it. First and foremost, I have to say thank y'all so much for all of the love of my Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story review. You guys showed so much love. You left comments, you was liking, you subscribing. I really appreciate it. Listen, when I decided to revive my YouTube channel, I had 36 subscribers, okay? And now we are approaching 500. I'm just saying that to say, if you want to start a YouTube, you have to just do it. Just record the video. You're not going to have everything that you need. You're going to feel awkward on camera. It's going to be weird, but just do it. Just start, just jump into it and just let it ride. Okay. We are approaching 500. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Okay. So we pick up right where we left off at Ross's 40th birthday party. Kandi and Courtney are still going at it, and Sheree is telling Martell everything that the ladies have been telling her, right? So she tells Martell,
the ladies is telling me that you be running around Atlanta with another woman.
And to that, Martell replies,
well, every time I come to Atlanta, I'm with you. So she's getting the short end of the stick.
Now, Sheree, how many times you gonna let Martell make smart ass comments like that? How many times are you gonna let him just say craziness and you just sit there? Like when you brought the chef over and he made the comment, like thinking that you brought her over for a threesome and you... I guess that's why she don't care, because this shit is fake anyway. You don't care, so we don't care. Moving on. So all the ladies get together and they huddle just to discuss this whole DM situation with Martell, right? Martell says that he never sent Kenya a DM, okay? Kenya says, yes, he did send me a DM and it was around 6 months ago. Okay, we gonna get to that. Martell tells Kenya to pull the DM up, but we know from the previous episode that Martell already deleted his message, right? And I believe that because I've gotten plenty of inappropriate DMs that when I went back and opened it to show a friend, they were deleted. It says so-and-so has unsent their message, and I definitely believe that that's what Martell did. That's why now when I get a DM, I take a screenshot first so then I can send it to my homegirls and we could laugh at you. So it's brought to light that Martell did send the DM and he's like, okay, my bad, I did send a DM, right? And then he starts getting rah-rah. In my opinion, he starts getting rah-rah and he's like, look, like showing the phone, like look what the message says. It's in 2020. This is an old message. And I'm gonna dig deeper into this when we get to Kenya and Sheree's conversation about it. But to me, Martell was doing too much. Next scene, we see Drew finally come back from Chicago. As we know, she was in Chicago visiting her family. Drew's dad is in a nursing home. He does have Alzheimer's, so she's dealing with that. They're caring for her mother, right? She says that when she went to see him in the nursing home, he was just sitting by himself. He was in a wheelchair. No one was really interacting with him. And I could only imagine, like, my grandmother passed at 99 years old, okay? And she had Alzheimer's as well. So I totally understand how hard it is to go see your loved one and they don't remember you. It's really heartbreaking. It really is. But Drew said that even though he didn't remember her for some time, when her mother played one of her songs, his face lit up and he was like, oh, like he remembered her through her music. And she did say that that's how they connected because he was also in a singing group years ago too. So I thought that was cute. That was really cute. Drew lets us know that she's considering getting back into music. And she says that her and Ralph released a song. I did hear a snippet of the song. You know, I didn't listen to it on the iPod, but it was cute. It sounded cute. Is it something that I would like download and like bump? Not really, but it sounded cute for what it was, right? And Drew is asked how her and Ralph are doing. And she says they've been in the studio and music helps them because it kind of takes them away of all of the issues that they're going through. So this is the best that they've ever been in their relationship. And I'm like, girl. So pretty much music is a band-aid. Music is an escape, so you don't got to deal with the reality of your marriage. Okay, I get it. But we see how that turned out, right? Okay. Okay. So next scene, Kandi and Sonia meet up to chit chat, catch up. I really liked Sonia's look in this scene with the hair pulled back and the long stankin' ponytail. I liked it. I thought it was really cute. Kandi lets us know that her and Sonia have been hanging out. Her and the family went to Disney World together. Their families really like each other. The kids like each other. I'm like, okay. okay, that's cool. My issue with Sonya is she wants to be everyone's friend. And I understand that. She's a new girl. She doesn't really want to make enemies. But I think her problem is she doesn't have much backbone. Either be cordial and grow a backbone, or you got to pick sides. You got to pick sides, right? Because you can't be Candy's homegirl and you know Sheree and Marlo don't like Candy and they're making jokes about Candy and you sitting there kikiing and turn around and have brunch with Candy and then you're laughing at Sheree and Marlo because now you just look fake. That's not gonna work. It's a thin line between being cool with everyone and just looking like a fake ass bitch. And I think that Sonya is nice. Like, I genuinely think Sonya is nice. I feel like she means well, but it's looking like you're gonna have to pick a side because you can't handle being cool with everybody. Whatever anyone says, you just gonna laugh and go along with it to get along. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, okay? Candy lets Sonya know that she's been really busy. She gotta do her taxes so she don't end up on the IRS like Kim and Croy. Yeah, woo, that's a whole other story. Sonya lets Candy know that Ross wants his own space. That's understandable. Like, how long we gonna live with your parents? Like, I want to be the king of my castle. He probably want to walk around with his drawers on, no shirt on. Like, I get it. Sonya's mom wants to move to Florida, and I'm like, okay, so move to Florida, mommy. Like, she wants Sonya and the family to come to Florida too. In my last review, I said that if it's working for them, all of them living together, then that's great. But the more that we see is getting to be too much. Sonya, your priority needs to be your children and your husband. Mommy got her husband. If they want to go and move to Florida, they can move to Florida. But you need to make the decision that is best for your family unit, which is your husband and your children. Y'all hop on planes. Last time I went to Jamaica, Sonya, Ross, and Deuce was on my flight. So y'all can hop on a flight, okay? I seen you do it in person, okay? Mama will be okay. Your sister will be okay. Like, come on, figure it out, okay, baby? Then we got what it seems like is gonna be Candy's main storyline, okay? Todd is upset because Candy's not putting 100% into the things that he wants to produce. Candy has a lot going on, okay? And honestly, Candy don't look like she's slowing down anytime soon. Candy's getting to the bag. She wants her EGOT, her Emmy, her Grammy, her Oscar, and her Tony, right? And wasn't she just nominated? And she was just nominated for a Tony. Candy not slowing down. Candy's not slowing down. Ace didn't slow her down, and Blaze ain't slowing her down, okay? And Todd, you're not gonna slow her down either. Todd, you're not gonna slow her down either. So I'm interested to see how this is gonna turn out, but I do think it would be best for everyone if Candy does slow down a little bit, because them babies be calling her crying, like, where's mommy? Remember back in the day when your mom would say, do not call my damn job phone unless it's an emergency? Ace don't give a damn. Ace is gonna call you, okay? He don't care. Ace gonna call, okay? Next scene, we get a little clip of Sonya. She's on the phone talking to her fine hubby, Ross, okay? She's telling him, like, hey, we said we were gonna work on having a baby, but how can we do that if you're always in Austin? And I'm like, wait, hold up. Wasn't that your main complaint last season? That Ross wanted you to have another baby and he was unavailable through your pregnancy and when the babies were born? Wasn't that your main complaint? So you have the same issue now, but now you want to have a baby. So nothing changed, but now you want to have the baby. I'm kind of confused. So is this just a storyline? Is this a real issue that y'all are having? It's giving fake drama because nothing's changed. Girl, okay, I don't know. Best of luck to them if that's what they want to do. Go ahead. So Todd and Candy go to Blaze and they're just talking about Todd's ideas. And do you see Candy's face when Todd brings up opening a restaurant? Candy be looking so tired and completely over it when Todd discusses his ideas. This is not a good sign, okay? I don't know where this is gonna end up, but it's not a good sign. Todd says that he wants to open up a Mexican restaurant called what? Ole G or something. Ole G. And Candy's like, yeah, no, I'm not. And Candy asks him, like, why you want to open up all these restaurants? Todd says it's the most money that he's ever made. And Candy's like, oh, so this is just a money thing. I'm like, girl, don't. Candy, we know you about your money too, so don't act crazy, right? Like, don't make it seem like Todd wanting to do stuff for money is taboo. This is turn a shade tree into a money tree. Come on, not too much. Todd says that he wants to continue to open up restaurants so he can make more money and then put that money into what he really wants to do, which is TV and film production. So Candy's cousin Melvin, who is the kitchen manager, right? He comes in and his arm is in a sling and stuff, and they bringing the food out and they just chilling and eating, and production is like, okay, hold up, like, We not gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Like, he just walked in here with a damn sling in his arm. You just telling me y'all gonna talk about these crab cakes and these chicken wings? And Candy's like, yeah, we said we not gonna talk about that, right? And they say that what happened is a legal issue, so they don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to talk about it, right? But long story short, someone came to work drunk and late and got into it with Melvin. They took it outside, and the employee shot Melvin, right? So when they're doing the confessional, Sheree is like, oh, when we go to Old Lady Gang, we don't know if we get in biscuits and bullets. Bitch, when we order She by Sheree, whoever's ordering She by Sheree, they don't know if they get in She by Sheree or Shein. So you got a lot of nerve, baby. Like, you don't... Talking about the business of someone who tried to assist you with yours. Sheree, get it together, baby. Get it together. So in the next scene, Sheree and Sonya meet up and they're talking about the party and everything. And Sheree asks Sonya, girl, what was the budget? I don't like that question coming from Sheree, because Sheree gives very much pocket watching, living above her means, keeping up with the Joneses in that big old house, and it's just her by hers. Sheree very much gives that. So that question to me was tacky. Like, what was the budget? Girl, none of your damn bit. What was the budget for your website that crashed? What was the budget for that designer that you didn't pay, allegedly? What was the budget of that fashion show with no fashions? How dreadful. Like, what was the budget? Like, girl, don't ask me nothing like that. But Sonya said there was no budget. Okay, girl. So the topic comes up with the situation that happened between Kenya and Martell. And Sonya and Sheree don't like that Kenya called Martell aggressive. They don't like that she placed a label on a black man. Okay. They bring up the incident where Kenya called Ross aggressive because he was defending Sonya, right? We remember that scene where he was like, don't talk crazy about my wife or whatever. And he got a little loud, which was interesting to see from Ross because Ross is very soft-spoken. He's really quiet. He's really chill to himself, right? Kenya called him aggressive in that situation. To me, Ross wasn't aggressive in that situation. However, this situation with Martell was giving very aggressive. Martell was giving very catty. Even when I was watching the scene in my own chair, in my house, I sat back like, oh, he's close, right? I was sitting back in my damn chair because I felt like he was doing a lot. He was pushing the phone in her face. He was loud. He was, right? And now this is a whole thing on social media because now people are going back and forth about the term that Kenya used to describe Martell's behavior at that party. Me personally, I'm not overlooking your behavior because of your race. I'm not going to hesitate to call you out because of your race. I'm not putting a label on you. Your behavior is what will cause someone to label you a certain way. Kenya was on Speak On It last night and she was really unapologetic about the way she described Martell. And I agree. I think that the reason why there's such polarizing opinions on it is because this is a subjective thing based on what you've experienced. First of all, some people think that abuse, because Kenya did use the word abuse, is someone going upside your head. They don't understand that there's verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse. Like, Kenya using the word abuse, they're like, oh my God, he didn't abuse you. His word choice and his tone was abusive. And Kenya did get loud with Martell, but that was in reaction to his initial behavior with Kenya. And Kenya also stated on Speak On It, look, I dated crazies. I've dated crazy and abusive men. Sheree has also dated an abusive man, right? So she should be able to pick up on this. And since she can't pick up on it, I'm going to call it out for her. I'm going to help her see that this behavior is unacceptable. I personally don't have any man in my life who speaks to me like that. So seeing Martell act like that, even if he's defending his name, was inappropriate to me. I've seen men be in situations like that, and the way that they handle it is still stern, but no one's pushing phones in anyone's face. No one's raising their voice, but they still command that respect, and it's not done in a way that's aggressive. I've seen it happen, and the reason why it's subjective is because some women are just not used to having men speak to them like that. To other women, Martell's behavior comes off as nothing because they're used to seeing men do even more than that. So they don't understand why Kenya is taken aback by it or why Kenya is calling Martell aggressive or abusive, because to them,
oh, that's nothing. That's all he did. Well, my man do this. My man do that.
But that's not everyone's story. If I was Kenya in that situation and Martell was talking to me like that, first of all, I would be like, okay, I need you to lower your voice and I need you to back up. Give me 6 feet. You're too close. You're too close, you're too loud, and you waving a phone in my face. I need you to back up. But tell me what you think below. I didn't like his behavior at all. I do think that it was very aggressive. And I'm not going to not say that because he's black. Okay? If you're being aggressive, I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I'm going to call it out. You don't get a pass. You don't get a pass because you black. I didn't label you. You labeled yourself by acting like a fool. Okay? So in the last scene, Sheree is going to her little warehouse, She by Sheree. I do not like that She by Sheree logo at all. When I first saw the logo last season, I was like, ooh, I do not like that logo. I hate it. And it's so funny because when Kenya came in, she was like, oh, this looks like the Dallas Cowboys logo. Kenya was being shady. That was shade. I don't care what Kenya says. That was shade. But why Sheree asked the ladies who's packing the sweater, she was like, oh, these are so wrinkled. They should be steamed before they go in. Does that cost extra? And the lady was like, of course. Like, girl. And she's like,
Oh, that's not in my budget.
but you worried about Sonya's budget. Worry about your budget and steam them damn wrinkled ass hoodies before you send them off to people. Okay? Want to send $500 hoodies all wrinkled with a Dallas Cowboys logo on it. Girl, if you don't get the fuck. I am annoyed with Sheree because of how she dropped the ball. Do you know what some people could do with that platform? Do you know the business that some people would have grew with that platform? A platform like Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she just fumbled the bag for like 12 years straight? Ridiculous. Sheree says that her and Martell are both Capricorns, and I'm like,
Oh, hell no.
I don't think that people of the same sign should date. Now, this just could be because of my personal experience. I'm an Aries, and I dated an Aries once. Oh my goodness. That shit was hell, okay? We were too much alike, okay? And when we parted ways, oh my God, he was so petty. And I was pettier. Oh my goodness. I was like, oh no, never again. So Kenya comes to the warehouse. She just had a photo shoot. She is killing that leopard print suit, okay? And her and Sheree get into it about the Martell situation. Kenya is defending her actions, right? She's saying, look, I don't like how he was speaking to me, so I spoke up for myself. Sheree is defending her man, and she's saying, you were talking crazy to Martell, so he was defending himself. He got loud because you got loud. Kenya says she got loud because he got loud, and they just going back and forth about it. I honestly hope that this is wrapped up with this episode, maybe 5 minutes into the next episode, because I don't want to be talking about this for the whole season. Like, wrap it up and let's get on with it, okay? But that's where episode 2 ended. So let me know your thoughts below on this episode. Do you think that Martell was being aggressive, or do you think that he was just defending himself? Do you agree with how Kenya handled the situation, or do you agree with Sheree? When it comes to Sonya possibly having another baby and being a flip-flopper when it comes to the other ladies, what do you think about that? What do you think about Candy and Todd? Tell me all your thoughts about everything below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and we'll chat. See you later. Bye.